Good evening. My name is Anna Moxham.
I'm Jared Goldthorpe.
And I'm Matthew Vandermeulen.
Tonight we are going to be talking about the youth and tobacco.
In tonight's program, we're going to be talking about the prevalence of tobacco smoking within today's youth. We're going to be talking about the risk factors and protective factors associated with smoking.
And we're also going to look at ways the youth can become resilient against tobacco smoking. So we're going to look at strategies to help them stop smoking.
There are many risk factors associated with smoking. Nicotine addiction can be developed rapidly by young people, with adolescent smokers reporting some symptoms of dependence at even low levels of cigarette consumption. Active smoking, especially in youth smokers, causes many respiratory problems including shortness of breath, coughing, high phlegm production, and wheezing. Young smokers are more likely to report an overall diminished level of health compared to non-smokers, with most smokers reporting recurrent subjective health complaints such as headaches and backaches. Side effects of being less physically fit in youth are amplified in later life, affecting overall physical performance and balance. Active smoking causes impaired lung growth and decreases lung function. Reduced lung growth can increase the risk of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and lung cancers. Damage to the circulatory system becomes evident in young smokers, which can lead to higher rates of coronary heart disease, stroke, arterial stiffness, and blood clotting of the hands and feet, typically in severe cases resulting in amputation. Smoking is also a major risk factor for poor dental health and oral cavity diseases. It induces a variation of salivary lipid patterns, which is important in the maintenance of oral cavity health. Australian research has recently emerged linking smoking at a young age with unfavourable bone geometry and density, reduction in peak bone mass, and increased fracture prevalence.
And now for the protective factors. No smoking within 4 metres of a pedestrian crossing. Plain packaging increased in the prices. Outdoor dining is now a smoke-free area. Smoking in cars with children under the age of 16 is illegal. A ban on the sale of tobacco products, smoking products to anyone under the age of 18. All tobacco products must be sold with the correct health warnings, allowing only one single point of sale of tobacco products in retail outlets. Government provisions for smoking bans in these outdoor public areas have been made because they are often visited by children and families, and they can be crowded. They allow limited opportunity for people to avoid second-hand smoking.
So now we're going to look at resilience. So firstly, what is resilience?
Resilience is the process of adapting well in the face of adversity, trauma, tragedy, threats, or even significant sources of stress. Basically, it means bouncing back from difficult situations.
In today's society, adolescents are faced with many different types of adversity. This is why it is becoming increasingly important for young people to develop the skill of resilience. Young people need to be resilient when trying to manage school, study, and social life altogether. When there is conflict within the family or with friends, this can lead to fights and arguments over time. When there is a change in family makeup, so parents splitting up, maybe a death or an illness in the family, these are some factors that contribute to young people using tobacco as a coping mechanism. This is why we need to develop the skill of resilience to counteract this. Many adolescents say they wish they could quit, but they find it very hard to. So here are some quick tips to help keep adolescents smoke-free and also to understand why adolescents smoke. Cigarettes are not cheap, so get young people to add up how much it would cost them to smoke a pack a week, or even how much it would cost them over the whole year.
Costs too much money.
It is important to understand why teenagers smoke. So most teenagers smoke to get attention, to be rebellious, to look cool, appear older than they are, or to fit in with friends. They also use this as a coping mechanism to relieve stress. So encourage your teenagers to make good choices and talk about the consequences of their bad choices. Prepare teenagers for peer pressure. Friends who smoke may try and pressure others to smoke. So talk to teenagers about how they can say no to cigarettes when offered them while out socialising or just sitting in the park. Don't be like Anna and give in to peer pressure. Develop the skill of resilience and learn to say no against peer pressure.